Hi, Pastor. Guess what I'm doing?
Well, hi, Daniel. Based upon what I'm looking at with that apron and that bowl, I guess you're baking something tonight.
Yep, I'm mixing the dough for the gingerbread houses. Our family makes gingerbread houses every Christmas. They are so yummy, and the best part is sampling all the candy decorations. Would you like to lick the bowl when I'm done?
No thanks.
Okay, more for me. But don't you just love Christmas? There are so many special foods to eat. Hot chocolate, candy canes, Christmas cookies, pies, hot cider, Christmas dinner of ham with all the fixings. Just not the fruitcake, it's yucky. But don't tell my grandma. She loves that stuff. Whoops, I almost forgot the allspice. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Hey, Pastor, did you know that O little town of Bethlehem is my favorite Christmas carol?
Well, no, I didn't. Now, why is that, Daniel?
Well, it's about the Christmas food. It's about the Christmas ham we have for dinner at my grandma's house. O little town of Bethlehem, how still...
Wait a minute, Daniel. O little town of Bethlehem is about a town where Jesus was born, not about the meat ham.
Are you kidding? Well, shoot. That's ruined my favorite Christmas carol.
Well, hold on, Daniel. Now, Bethlehem does have something to do with food. The word Bethlehem actually means house of bread.
It does?
Yes, it does. Let me tell you a little bit about Bethlehem. Way back, hundreds of years ago, before Jesus was even born, the prophet Micah wrote that Jesus would be born in this little town of Bethlehem. He wrote, "But you, Bethlehem, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come one who will be the ruler over all of Israel." And remember that I said Bethlehem means house of bread? Well, when Moses led God's people out of Egypt through the wilderness to the promised land, God provided a special bread called manna for the people to eat. Because we can't live without bread, meaning food.
Yes, I remember. God gave them manna in the morning and quail at night for 40 years. Not much variety, but what does that have to do with Christmas?
Well, let me finish. We're going to jump a little bit ahead to the book of John where Jesus says, "I am the bread of life." And later recorded in all four Gospels, Jesus gave his disciples a special supper on the night he was betrayed, during Passover, the night before he died on the cross. He did it like this. He gave the disciples bread, and he said, "Take and eat. This is my body, which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me." And in the same way also, he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, it was full of wine, and he gave it to them, said, "Drink of it, all of you. This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you for the forgiveness of sins." And when he gave them the forgiveness of sins, just like he gives us, well, we know we will be able to live with him forever in heaven. That's the great blessing of the bread of life.
Well, that's deep. So, 1, God gave his people manna bread in the wilderness to keep them starving from death. 2, Jesus, the bread of life, was born in Bethlehem. The house of bread. 3, he gave them bread and wine in the Lord's Supper. 4, then Jesus, the bread of life, died on the cross and rose again so he could live eternally in heaven.
Now you've got it, Daniel.
And here I thought Christmas was about ham. You know what, Pastor? If you and Mrs. Roshi want to come to my grandma's house for Christmas dinner, you're more than welcome.
Well, thank you for the invitation. I'll talk to my wife about it and give it some thought.
There will be plenty of food and Christmas goodies, including bread and ham. But a warning, just stay away from that yucky fruitcake.
Thank you, Daniel.